Caution lights are off and turns number 1 and 3. The green flag this time by, what do you say, 34 Raceway. The snow is gone. What do you say? We turn the motors up. Let's go racing at 34 Raceway. Nice and easy pace by Joe B. Miller. Josh Shenneman on the front row. Jeremy Schultz, Bill Baylog right behind him. Race fans, heat number 1 is green off of turn 4. Schneiderman takes the top side around, turn number 1 slides up. He'll try and check out from the field early on as Joe B. Miller now falls back to second. Going to be single file around turn number 3 and 4, but Schneiderman lap number 1.
Josh Schneiderman able to take the pointers. He works the top side into turn number 1. Baylog, the only guy down there on the bottom. Parker Price Miller able to work himself into 4th. Zach Dahm right now on that silver, black and red number 5D holding down the 5th and final transfer spot as he works up number 3.
Bottom the place to be early on in this one, and now over in turn number 2. Everybody going to be single file. Quick rundown. Josh Shenneman continues to lead. Joe B. Miller in second. Bill Baylog third. Parker Price Miller fourth. Zach Dahm fourth. Your battle now for second over in turn number 1.
There is some grip on this speedway right now. Bill Baylog last time in turn number 3 and 4. Little wheels up off the 4th corner. Joe B. Miller leads right in front of him. This time by. They will work on lap number 5. Dahm still in the 5th and final transfer.
Baylog closing the gap now over on Joe B. Miller, trying to reel him in. He just can't quite catch him. Again, strong entry in turn number 3. Going to be side by side. Your race, no, not quite yet. Can't quite make the pass off of turn number 4. Again, down to the inside. Your race for second, turn 2.
Joe B. Miller on the top side of the speedway. Bill Baylog shows something else on the end of turns 1 and 2. Works again on the bottom side in the middle of 3 and 4. Baylog about 3 colics behind as they cross the start-finish line.
Trying to fend him on down that back straightaway. Bill Baylog still fighting for that second place spot. He just can't quite close the gap. He's right in the bumper of Miller. Again, they'll try it. Dive bomb and turn around. Going to be side by side. Slide up. Can't make the pass again. Turn 2.
Bill Baylog can't quite complete the slide job. A little turn number 2. Gonna try to reel up enough momentum as this time by the work lap number 9 as they cross the flagstick.
Clean and green here. Heat race number 1 has been caution free. Look out, contact over in turn number 2. We stay green though. That's the battle going on further back in the pack. I believe that was Jeremy Schultz and Braden Fox getting together. Meanwhile, back up front though, Josh Schneiderman hanging on for dear life as he's going down the back straightaway.
Final lap is off of turn number 4. We got one blowing up on the back straightaway. That was your 5th and final transfer. Zach Dahm with a big fire on the back straightaway. As Josh Schneiderman able to grab the heat race victory. That's a checkered flag on heat race number 1. You saw Zach Dahm light up like a Christmas tree on the back straightaway.
Well, thank you for spending your time and your 90th birthday out here at 34 Raceway with us. We appreciate that. As the caution lights go off, Ryan coming around turn 3.
Be Renke and Martin in row number 1. Thiel, McCarl, Nienheiser, Worley. They'll go with the chalk stripe at turn number 4. We go green on heat race number 2. Mike Renke will lead the way. Martin on the top shelf. Martin going to get a bit of a bumper. Right here, 3 wide down the back straightaways. They're trying to sort themselves out. McCarl will hit the bottom side of the speedway. Renke takes the lead to the stride.
Austin McCarl's got his hands full, and now he's got 2 heavyweights right behind him, holding on to that third place spot though. McCarl now trying to check out. Back on the inside. Here comes Paul Nienheiser. He'll have that full spot. Slides right around Thiel. Off of turn number 4. Thiel hitting, but they can't quite get him. Worley now. He'll dive down to the inside. Your race for 3rd, turn number 2.
Good battle right there. We talked about Scotty Thiel is going to turn under 8th. This is a track race down the back straightaway. Thiel able to work himself into that 5th and final transfer spot this time over turn number 4.
Single file continues. It's going to be Mike Renke who shows the way. Chris Martin rides in second. Austin McCarl in third. Paul Nienheiser fourth. Scotty Thiel rounding out the top 5. It looks like the cushion's the place to be over in turn number 1. And now Paul Nienheiser trying to reel in Austin McCarl down the back straightaway.
Cody Worley right now dumps the right rear over the cushion at the exit of turn number 2 as Bruns looks to his inside trying to grab that spot. Right now it's Mike Renke, Chris Martin, Austin McCarl, Paul Nienheiser, and Scotty Thiel 1 through 5.
Paul Nienheiser puts that right rear. He slides up over the cushion. Now here comes Scotty Thiel. He'll try and run him down, but he's running out of time. Here on lap number 6, we got 4 to go. Field trying to get a run down that back straightaway on Nienheiser. He's closed the gap here a little bit. And then again, drives in hard. Your race now for 4th in turn number 4.
Paul Nienheiser has some company, my friend. Scotty Thiel knocking on the door. Austin McCarl, those two running 2, 3, 4 down the back straightaway this time. Scotty Thiel getting iron to the inside. Slide job on the 9X machine of Paul Nienheiser. Nienheiser crosses back. Underman is 4th into turn number 1.
Whoa, Worley slowing the front straightaway. He comes to a dead hole right on the main straightaway. The front stretch just in front of the flag stand. Tough break for Worley, running in 7th at the time. The caution lights go back off in turns 1 and 3. 2 laps to go in this one. The 2-lap dash. Rinke, Martin, McCarl, Nienheiser. Work out your race now for 2nd over in turn number 1. It's going to be Martin who holds strong up top. And now Field might take 2 spots in 1. He'll have that 4th place spot over in turn number 3. Goes to the bottom side. Slide job right in between. He'll have the 4th place spot. McCall back to the inside.
Those two dual to the stripe as the white flag flies. Austin McCarl, that blue number 2, slides up right in front of Teal. Teal catches a little bit of grip. See if he can make another slide job. Scotty Thiel drives the bottom of the speedway. Paul Nienheiser around the outside. Nienheiser's going to grab 4th at the stride.
McCarl, one of the few cars up top, will go over in turn number 2, excuse me. Donuts, and we stay green for now. No, the yellow's going to come out. Could be interesting how the defending IRA points champion does. Most spots anyone's moved so far in heat race competition is 2, I believe. 2 spots up from their starting spot. Keep your eye on Blackhurst. He has a chance to change that here in this heat race as the caution lights go off in turns 1 and 3. Going to be green flag this time by nice and easy pace by the top 2. Coming around turn 4. Heat race number 3 goes to the green. Ryan Jameson going to try and show the way down the back straight away. Keep your eye on the bottom side. Your race now for 2nd down the back straight away. Side by side. Here comes Carson Short. He'll challenge for 2nd, but now Knights will slam it over off the exit of turn 4. Lap number 1 goes over to Jameson.
Carson Short going to take a look to the bottom of the inside of turn number 2. They'll be nearly nose to tails at the exit of the 2nd corner. Short now going to dive to the bottom. Throw a slide job for the lead. He's going to stop it about halfway up the track. As rolling its outside, Ryan Jameson leads him across.
Carson Short now to the inside. Your race is for the lead. Down the back straight away. Carson Short to the point now. Down the back two he goes. Jameson back to 2nd. And now your race could be for 3rd. Coming around turn number 4. But it is Carson Short to the point.
That thing is wicked fast right now. The top 5 have started to pull away, but still one heck of a battle for positions 2 through 4. Working to the bottom side of the speedway, Jameson still trying to battle for 2nd. He'll work on the outside. Scotty Neitzel in a 2nd into 1 and 2.
Your race now for 3rd around the outside. Keep your eye on Blackhurst. He'll try and take 2 spots in 1 corner. Can't make it work. Backs off now. Right in front of him is Steve Meyer. That challenge going on for 3rd. Side-by-side racing. Which line will it take? The inside. Here comes number 25. Blackhurst looking for more in turn number 1.
Multi-time winner with the IRA sprint cars. Jake Blackhurst gets past 4th, gets past 3rd as he works his way into turn number 3 and 4. Finds himself in the 3rd position, slips up on the bottom, works his way back around the outside is Jameson.
Jameson found something on the top side in turn number 4 that last trip by. Now hangs on to that 3rd place spot. Hanging on for dear life. Blackhurst puts that right where he gets the cushion that points on nose wing down to the bottom side. Your race down for 3rd. Down the front straight away. Again, it's going to be Blackhurst the inside. Jameson slams it over in turn number 1. Jameson by the nose, but your race now for 3rd.
Jake Blackhurst works his way past the 51 machine into a little bit of trouble right there as well. From that 85 car, Meyer. Able to work. Meyer now starting to close in on that 4th spot as Meyer hits the bottom of the 1 and 2.
Down the back straight away. It might be a comfortable victory for Carson Short. Time is running out for Blackhurst. And again, it's going to be Scotty Neitzel who rides in that 2nd place position. Keep your eye on the battle going on now for that 4th and final transfer spot. Jameson, Steve Meyer. That's the battle going on for the 4th and final transfer spot down the back straight away.
As Carson Short takes the checkered flag, Neitzel right behind him. 29 car not a fracture. Oh, and a problem. Problem in turn number 4. The 51 machine has an issue. Jameson slows to a stop. And Jameson, who is in a transfer position, will not find himself advancing through the heat race here tonight.
That's Robbie Standridge, and just to his right, that is the 9K of Kyle Schuett. And the 99 of John Schultz will round out the field. Caution lights off, coming around. Your fourth and final heat race goes to the green. Brooke Tatnell on the bottom side, keep her eye on the top side. He'll now check out your race now for second, entering turn number 3. They're going to be side by side, but it will be Brooke Tatnell who shows the way. Look out, almost making contact in that front straightaway. Keep her eye on Russell Borland. Puts that right rear against the cushion, going to try and coast around the top side. He'll have it down the back straightaway. Great run to the inside. Here comes Schmidt now down Mohan. Great racing going on for second off of turn number 4. Tatnell, Borland, Mohan, Schmidt now. Back to the top side. Borland hanging on for dear life in that second place spot. Great racing continues over in turn number 3 again. Joey Mohan has found something off the exit of turn number 2, and he tries it again. And now Borland gonna hang on, Schmidt to the outside. Mohan, he'll now have the spot in turn number 3. Down to the inside goes Joey Mohan, now Borland up top, slide job. Can't quite make it stick this time. Mohan dive bomb down to the inside, turn number 1 again. On top it's gonna be Borland. He's too strong up the bottom exit. There goes Mohan, he'll have that second place spot. He'll clear Borland over in turn number 3, and now a call around over in turn number 2. Man, oh man, just as Mohan was about to officially clear Borland for that second place spot, the caution comes out. We'll see what scoring does here with that second place position.
Yeah, there we go. Warmer now. Absolutely.
All right, coming around turn number 3 and 4, green flag this time by.
Kind of a wacky start as Brooke Tatnell will take a huge lead this time into turn number 1. Hits the binders just a little bit as he hits some slick in the middle of turn 2. Joey Mohan currently running third. He's going to take a look to the inside, the previous MOWA champion. And he's going to hang on to the third spot this time as across the timeline.
Mohan again down to the inside, puts that left side tires against the berm, and now he'll rock it in the back straight away. Can't make it stick though. He'll fall right in line now with Borland right behind him, and now slides up. He'll have that second place spot. He ain't looking back this time. He's got it, looking for more in turn number 1 as he tries to run down Brooke Tatnell.
Joey Mohan still making things happen down there in the bottom. Russell Borland right behind him, trying to work his way around the high side. Joey Mohan a little bit of smoke this time. And Borland's within a car length this time of the stride.
Borland lets him know he's right there on the top side, gonna slide up, and now so does Mohan. They're gonna be bumper to bumper, and now he cuts him off on top. Borland gonna try and be patient here, but now he's got company from Schmidt behind him. And now look out, a little bit of smoke on the 29. Can they hang in there? We got 2 to go.
Guys are going through the brake pads here tonight. Gonna battle right now for that third spot. Able to work his way out though, Craig Delansky easily holding on to that 5th and final transfer spot. Joey Mohan with a heck of a race right behind him as the white flag flies.
One final time, Tatnell might have this one wrapped up. The question in doubt right now is going to be Mohan. Can he hang on? The smoke continues to increase over in turn number 3. Now it's got out of an entire rub off of turn 4. Brooke Tatnell gets the win. Mohan hang on for a second. Then it's Russell Borland third, Ben Schmidt fourth, and Craig Delansky fifth. Official word from MOWA and IRA officials. The lineups are good to go. Caution light's going to go off in turns number 1 and 3. Going to be this time by. You got to get to going fast. If you don't have time, there is no time to play around in this one. Those top 4 spots are the coveted ones. The last ones, you only got 12 laps. You're starting 12th. You got to go a position a lap in order to get up there and get that win. Coming around turn number 3 and 4. Nice and easy pace. Green flag is out. Chris Spitz going to show the way over in turn number 1 and 2. He's going to try and fend him off. He will show the way. Top 2 cars break away. We'll race now for that 4th and final transfer spot over in turn number 3 and 4. And now back up front. Your race the lead in for 4th.
Jordan Goldsberry making his presence known as he works his way into that 4th and final transfer spot. Braden Fox working his way around the top side of the speedway, trying to get by Steve Shortney. Will do so into 3 and 4. Then
coming right behind him. And Spitz leads the way into 1 and 2.
Down that back straightaway now. Your top two cars putting on a clinic here. This one, Chris Spitz shows the way. He's trying to pull away from Jeremy Schultz, and he's doing a great job of doing just that. Meanwhile, back in third, it's going to be Robbie Standridge. Jordan Goldsberry has that fourth and final transfer spot. Strung out, single file in the B-main.
Chasing down your leader in Chris Spitz, that 10 machine of Jeremy Schultz. Those two showed on the front row, 1 and 2. Schultz about 3. Car lengths back to the exit of the second corner. Schultz going to take a look, going to show a nose. Going to have to hop on the binders and turn the thing left back sideways. Going to be on a car length short across the stride.
Into turn number 1 they go. Your race is for the lead in turn number 2. But Spitz too strong up top. He'll pull back away. And now Jeremy Schultz back to that second place spot. He'll try and reel back in. He's got the fishing rod out trying to reel in the 4K, but he can't quite do it. Laps winding down for top 2 in turn number 1.
Halfway there and living on a prayer right now is that 65 machine of Robbie Standridge. Rather, the 65 machine of Jordan Goldsberry as he sits in the fourth and final transfer spot. Hits the bottom side of the speedway. Braden Fox starting to catch up just a little bit. About 3 car lengths to go.
Lap travel will play a part for the race to lead. This one, Hunter Custer right in the line. Your race for the lead. Spitz down the inside. He'll slam the door. And now Standridge gets loose. Schultz gets loose on turn number 4. Your race continues to be for top spot. They'll go into turn number 1 again. It's going to be Schultz on the bottom side. Spitz up top.
Spitz works his way off of turn number 2. Has about a 2 car length lead. Diving down to the bottom side of the speedway is Schultz. Schultz going to use the lap car as a pick. See if he can work his way into turn number 1. Schultz going to dive to the bottom side of the speedway. Lap car in the way. Slides up in front and works off in turn number 2.
He's got it out of the back straight away. Schultz now good point over in turn number 3. Spitz can't get around Custer coming around turn number 4. And he's still behind him. He still can't get around him. He'll go over in turn number 1. Dive bomb try and clear him here. They're going to be side by side. Can he get it? Yes, your race now for third in turn number 1.
Battle for the final transfer spot. Goldsberry opens the door. The young man Braden Fox slips right in. White flag time by. This time by as Braden Fox talked about the opportunity for that young man. He sees a white flag as he's now up in a fourth.
Braden Fox has that fourth and final transfer spot. He's starting to pull away now and putting some distance between him and Jordan Goldsberry, who is slowing down. The car up and going away off of turn 4. And that will do it for your top 4 here in B-Main action.